So how we're going to use this module is that there's the signs are the energetic flavor of the archetype of the primordial energy. So all 12 signs of the zodiac are an archetype of primordial energy. And primordial energy is the beginning energy that ever was, that was never created, never destroyed, ever changing. And archetypes have an overarching, like there's the mother archetype, but within the mother, there's Lilith, there's Medusa, there's Sophia, there's Gaia, there's all these different fragments of it, just like our personalities. So the signs are where you're going to see the energetic flavor of the archetype that is your north node. I'm going to go through each one as if we were having a conversation, and then I'm going to refer you to a Google Doc that you are going to make a copy of, because then you are going to use the house that your North Node falls into. Take the conversation that we're having here and then go check out in the Google document what house your North Node falls in so that you can find out a little bit more information about it, which I didn't click yet, but I did just now. The houses is where the archetype expresses itself in your life. And so that's where you're really going to be able to get an even more clear picture on that North Star of where it is with the house, because the signs and the houses don't always line up. I'm an Aries rising, and so I got kind of lucky, I feel like, to be pretty much on point with the lineup, even though my chart is a little bit shifted. But for the most part, I like that. Like I like that it's organized like that, but you may not have it that way. You won't have it that way unless you're an Aries rising. So you'll be able to have that Word document so you can go into it a little bit further. Otherwise, this training is going to go on forever and ever, and none of us have time for that. Okay, and then the axis is how to balance the internal and external feminine and masculine energy. So the axis, so like my north node is Cancer, the south node is Capricorn. And so you'll be able to see the polarizing energy that's going to help you create balance in your life. And then, like I said, with the Lilith and the Chiron, you'll have to watch those modules, and then we'll have to have conversations about this in our coaching calls. But when you look at how your Lilith shows up, how you're afraid to speak your mind because you're going to get exiled, when you find out how your Chiron shows up, that wound that is never going to heal. That's what the Chiron wound is. It is something that you are always working through, but it's also the thing that makes you magnetic because that's the thing that you're in service to other people. My Chiron is in Taurus in the second house, house of possessions, and then also has to do with the physical body. And you know how many health issues I've had. And so that's the thing that actually is very helpful for me, or for my life's work, right? Like it makes sense. And when we look at this access to balance internal and external feminine and masculine energy, that's the end goal, that we have balanced energy so that we are the creators and like our own autonomous thinkers of our life. So that's the ultimate goal. And so you'll be able to see how these things get pieced together and then how you start to actually see this and experience this holistically.